Let's talk about Sonny and his basketball games. The points he scored in his past 11 games are listed below. We're going to find the 5-number summary for those point values. So let's find them. The median is the one in the middle. In this case, we have an odd number of numbers, which means the median is easy to find, and it's 14. Our quartile 1 is the median of the lower half. Oh, how convenient. We have 5 numbers, which means we don't need to find a mean. We can just cross out until we get our quartile 1 median, which is 11. Same thing up on top. Notice we are not including our main median, the median of the entire set, in our quartile medians. We can cross off until we get our median of our quartile 3 of 15. Minimum, of course, is the smallest number. In this case, it's 6. Maximum, the biggest, which is 23. Now, let's find the range and interquartile range of the points scored. So there's our 5-number summary again, 6, 11, 14, 15, and 23. The range we've been doing for a little bit now. We're just going to subtract the maximum and the minimum. So 23 minus 6 is 17. He scored all of his points. If I plotted them on a number line, they would be between 6 and 23 over a 17-point spread. Now the interquartile range, or IQR, by subtracting our interquartile ranges. Inter meaning between, and quartile, of course, meaning quarters. So between the two other medians we have, 11 and 15, subtract those together to get our IQR, which is 4, which means that half of his points, half of his score totals were between those 2 points in the range. Let's talk about this grocery store manager. He collected data about the amount of money spent by the first 11 customers on a given day. Construct a box and whisker plot. First, use a 5-number summary to help. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. It's the 4th time. I think it's the last time. Let's find our 5-number summary. The median, the number in the middle. We have an odd number of numbers, so we can just cross them off and find our median. It's 10. Our first quartile, lower half median, not including the median of the entire set because we have an odd number of numbers. If we didn't have an odd number of numbers, we would include it. We don't, so we won't. Crossing off until we get that median of 5. Same thing up top for the quartile 3, which we get 25. Minimum's our smallest amount. Guy came in for a candy bar or something, and the maximum's our largest amount, which is 68. Now we've got our 5-number summary. We can use that to make a box and whisker plot. We'll start by drawing a number line that has equal interval widths that include both your minimum and your maximum numbers. So we don't have to start at 0. We could start at 20 if we wanted to, if it made sense for our data. If we didn't have a single data point that was less than 20, we wouldn't need to start at 0. But we have a data point at 1, so we do need to start at 0 here. And notice we go up to 70, which is just 2 points higher than our maximum. So all of our data points will fall on this number line. Now we're going to create a box, the box part of the box and whisker plot that is just above the number line that goes from the Q1 value, which is 5, to the Q3 value of 25. Notice we go here from 5 to 25. Now we're going to draw a vertical line through the box where the median lies. So this will be our middle number. It's going to go where the 10 goes, right here, so you can see. It's not in the middle of the box, it's in the median, where the middle number is. Now our whiskers. The name of a box and whisker plot is the most descriptive thing in math as far as I'm concerned right now. Add whiskers to the box that extend out to the minimum and maximum numbers. They're just lines that stick out to our last 2 numbers. This one on the left sticks out to 1. This one on the right goes all the way up to 68. That must have been a good grocery shop for that person. Complete the statement. 50% of the customers spent between 5 and what? Well, the sections of the box and whiskers each represent 25%, or quartiles. Quarters, like I said at the beginning of the first video. Quartile, quarter. 25%, 1/4. So each of these segments is 25%, including inside the box. Even though this one's smaller, it's still 25% of our data. Just like this segment here is 25%, even though it's only four numbers long. And even though this one is way longer, going from 25 to 68, it's still only 1/4 of our data. So 50% of the customers spent between $5 and $25 because that's 2 quartiles. That's 2/4 of our data is 50%. There is an assignment on this for Google Classroom. I will also be posting some Khan Academy videos if I can find any that help with box and whisker plots. 5-number summary first, minimum, quartile 1, median, quartile 3, maximum. Once you've got those 5 numbers, box and whisker plot comes right out on the page.